So we define actions as any time multiple people are involved in gaining an advantage on the defense. We're going to talk about pre-action here. Pre-action is one of the most underutilized, under-taught parts of actions and parts of an offense. Pre-action is where we use rhythm, pace, deception to set our lines and angles to get the advantage that the action can create. And it's under the premise of the threat of a screen or the threat of action is as important as the action itself. So here we have an on-ball screen being set right in the middle of the floor. And as you can see, the defender starts to see the screen, right? And she starts to kind of anticipate the screen coming to be her left. And the ball handler sees this. Now, she's not able to actually get a clean line of attack here, right? The line of the action, she's not able to set it. And because of that, she just uses a very little bit of pace, as you see right there, just that little half a rocker step, which creates a little bit of indecision. And then that allows her to now dictate the line of attack that she originally couldn't get and get physical and then run her man right into the screen. And now, because of this pre-action that allowed her to actually get the screen, this is where the advantage starts to show itself. So now she heads downhill, and now it's ball handler on a sunken big who is not sure what to do. And as she attacks, you see her original defender coming over the screen back into it. Again, she got hit on the screen because she was patient pre-action. Now, this is not an actual switch, though it looks like it, because you see here the defender is recovering and coming back to guard her original assignment, the ball handler. That's what leaves the roller open, as well as all the spacing and the gravity being held off ball.
Remember to subscribe to continue learning how to create more advantages before and after your actions.
Peckers has room, pulls up into that mid-range.
So here Paige is bringing the ball up at the end of the half, and just an on-ball screen here in the slot starts to take place. The initiator uses pace to get herself right to the level that she wants the screen to take place at. She angles herself that Paige can come off to get downhill, and then Paige just starts to use pace and deception to get herself open for the action. Again, the threat of the action opens up multiple advantages, and we have to have the time to read those advantages and make those reads by using pace. So Paige just reads her defender's body language because of that pace. You see the slow pace into the screen. 2 here opens up her hips, giving her a shoulder read away from the screen. That's all Beckers needs, is to get that shoulder read downhill off of the threat of the on-ball screen, which is why we see the rejection of the screen and the pull-up at the pressure point. So the next time Paige is involved in an on-ball screen, 2 has it in her mind that she rejected the last one. So now she makes sure she forces Paige into the screen to use the screen, and now we get the result of Paige coming downhill off of an on-ball screen. The threat of the action and the threat of rejecting the action pre-screen opens up all of the options post-screen.
And defensively, but this is a team that can give you problems on a one-day prep.
Caitlin Shannon, it goes.
So here we have UConn running the action, and this action, as it sets up here, is going to be a staggered off-ball screen. Again, we can run actions on-ball, off-ball, screens, or handoffs. And as this off-ball stagger screen happens for number 12 here in the corner, I just want us to pay attention to the receiver of the screen, 12, and the pace that she uses to get herself open off of this action. Now, open doesn't mean she has to use the action. The threat of the action opens up multiple different options that we have as offense. So here, this is the pace that she uses by walking into her defender, making her defender start to think about her coming off of the screen. So 33 jumps high to try and defend over the top of the screen, but she jumps over too early. And the pace that 12 uses here allows her to make that read, to make this backdoor cut opposite where her defender was. 33 jumps high over the screen, 12 back cuts low to the rim, which pulls 12 in blue here for Creighton to the rim with her. There's a miscommunication. 2 people go with the cut. That advantage is created for us now. And then the first screener is able to read that 2 defenders went to the rim. She's now left alone and open, which gets her this shot. The threat of the action got us a shot, but it wasn't the traditional receiver of the screen coming off of the stagger, because she made a read that created the advantage, not ran the play.